Well, welcome to All Trends once again. My name is Kwakwacho Dako. Please do well to subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell icon. I'm grateful. Now, I have this message that I want to share with you all. It came from a lady. Things are really happening. And in the course of reading this, everyone made mistakes, so please just bear with me. Now, good morning, sir. I need your advice. I am depressed and confused. I've made money I cannot even spend because of the frustration I went through. I had a friend. She's been my friend since high school. She actually completed a year before me, but we kept in touch. She's Anita, but I and some few others call her Nita. Before I completed high school, she had even gotten admission into the university. And all that, so she was more like a big girl now, but she still stayed in touch. She was a good friend. I am from a less privileged home, that's why even after JHS, she went to SHS a year before myself. We couldn't raise the admission fee by then in 2015, so I went in 2016. I loved Nita, not because she was supporting me financially, but because despite our difference, she still looked out for me and all that. Okay, one day, I had an assembly chassis. Team, so pay attention. Now, what describe it quite fast with the name Nita. Or say on an call JHS or movie JHS and Sika 70 when Timan was so 2015, but when Timmy 2016 in an abusia for one then a quay, but Nita there she went. She started SHS 2015 Tino and Manita and Baye ability in Kakra in the university. T now metwaso. Okay. One day she proposed a deal to me. She said she will introduce me to some man here in Ghana, and my life will never be the same again. I didn't even think of anything negative because the Nita I know, though spoiled, isn't into rituals and all other negative things. So she asked me to think about it and get back to her. That very evening, I told her I was ready. I had to be ready because I wanted to earn some money and start the university myself. In a way, I often feel like all my friends have left me. She asked that I meet her on the weekend, so she takes me to the man at around 9 p.m. I boarded car from Spintex to Junction Mall that evening to meet her. It was late, but I never bothered to ask why that time. She met me and I joined her in her car, and off we drove through Sakumono, Tema. Thereabout we were on the Aflao Road. Listen very well. I was amazed. It was late too, and that road was pretty scary if I must confess. It seemed like a long drive, but she kept asking me to relax, that nothing was going to happen to us. After some time, she stopped by the roadside, picked a torch from the trunk of her car, and asked me to follow her through the bushway. I was reluctant. I asked her so many questions, but she encouraged me to be strong because she means no harm, which of course I knew she didn't. But what if someone attacks us, and where or who are we going to see? She doesn't say. No way. She only says I should wait till I see for myself. After some time, we arrived safely in a house somewhere in between the bush. It is a very simple environment. You would think it was beautiful, but it was built. You think it was built by a farmer to live there, but when you enter, things are there, and I mean a lot of things. Okay, as to how Nita got to know of a place like that, I have no idea till now. It was more like an advanced shrine because I saw things I didn't think should exist in the shrine. There were idols, though. There were some carvings that seemed very familiar. He said they were quadruplets and that they are the ones to bless my life. There was also bags of money, gold, and animals like scorpion, chameleon, monkey, lizard, and snakes in a glass cage. There were guns and knives, and the man who was in the room wasn't a Ghanaian. He seemed Indian or from any Asian country. Please keep me completely anonymous, I beg you. I haven't said a word to anyone since. Please. Let's continue. The man did some incantations and asked Nita if I am here to be a servant to his God and enjoy money, and she said yes. I couldn't even speak. He did some things and then took me out to bath for me with some water that smelled some way with live animals in it. As he bathed me, he said I should be saying anything on my heart so that they will happen. He then took me inside and tried to have sex with me. I tried to refuse, but he said it's part of the rituals. Unless I do, I don't want to leave the place alive. I had no choice, and when he was done, he brought out the snake and asked me not to move to try to touch it, else it will bite me, and that will be my end. And Sentowa, you wouldn't believe it. Mamika Semicho, 2019 on radio, I had a chance to meet this very lady. She came all the way from Cape Coast. She was a student at that time, or a year at Cape Coast University. She told me she was in level 200. Now, so lesbian symbol, you know, it entails a whole lot of spiritualities in Nima brain also. Now, or say the partner no na yeno, or manel lekino. Na lekino lekini no, say even the menstrual period mukrano, or manel lekino. It's the mommy G assembly D, and so when this lady came all the way from Cape Coast to Kumasi no, Tio. After the interview, lady no pampan won the num halitosis. Afei ne ketchra man ne tangene da na num no ayekese nti ontimi nkasa yi. She was dying slowly. Let's continue with this story. It is happening. Say, I don't like to I had to lie quietly like a statue while this snake enters me through the vagina. Really? I felt it moving in me for some time, then it came out and he took it back into the cage, then wiped the blood that was coming from under me with some whitish napkin and placed it on the quadruple gods. Wow. He then did some chanting and asked me to get dressed. He then gave me some bag and another to Nita and said we should open it when when they get home. He also added that I am to come back every 3 months for purification and whatever. His English is even that bad. Foolish man. I couldn't even say a word in the car till. Are you, concentrating though, Mr. So let me continue as am I confused Kakrawaha. Okay. All right. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel though. All right. So I couldn't even say a word in the car till we go home. She took me to her place and I just lied down and slept. Next morning, I went back home to my parents' house and left the bag I was given at her place. She brought it later and said all sorts of things to motivate me, but I am still very lost. All I do is sleep and cry now. I've opened the bag and seen that it contains money, a lot of it but it's not even moving me. I'm so sad. What do I do? It's almost 4 weeks since this happened. I've been holding on to it all this while. Just want to talk to someone about it. I am scared too. What should I do? She's asking the question, do you know when to help her. So let me read some comments under this post. Amma Feinba says, wow, things are really happening, all in the name of money. Then MJ Jim says, hey, people have heart though. I need money, but certainly not this type. Hey, Joanna Majite says, shaking my head. Do not envy anyone who has money more than you. Good advice. Do not envy anyone who has money more than you think. Princess Evergreen Switch says, Asamo, all one need is to have the courage not to go the wrong way. Very, very important. Ms. Chika Teresita Nate says, so no one is giving advice from the comments I'm reading. Hey, at least Ms. Chika, Mariti Bear 2 or 3 advices. Okay. Boama Helena says, Silla, please, any news about this is not important to us. All right. So Margin says she needs a serious deliverance. And Akusuya J. Jesse says, God have mercy. Now, Nanama Tutua Walker says, snake in your vagina. God have mercy. All in the name of money. Nanaya Asabia. These are things happening. These girls are really going through a lot. What Junebel say it is not true until say a biba told. And the man called for you wouldn't believe it. So what do you also have to say? What do you also have to say? Please let me have your comment. Let me have your view on this very issue. And any advice that you would want to add, please just let me have it. Because this comment that I will be posting I bet that have for centuries. If you don't know, I'm telling you. A bit deeper, 5 years, 10 years, 100 years to come. Say YouTube because what Nasia will be ba an unborn generation be ba or Baba read this. So this is a lifetime story, my postie. Please also add your lifetime comment. My name is KOD Kwakwachi Dako. I'm grateful that you were part of me from the start till now. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'm so grateful. Thank you.